Daily 8 English Podcast.
From Daily 8 English.
Hey, fellow English learners. It's good to see you all. Welcome back to Daily 8 English, where 8 minutes a day builds the fluency of a lifetime. I'm Tom.
And I'm Olivia. Let's get started.
Olivia, real talk. Have you ever been in a conversation and your brain just goes completely blank?
Oh, absolutely. Someone asks me a question, and I just stand there smiling like I've forgotten how to be a person.
Yes, exactly that. And the worst part is, the longer the silence goes, the more panicked you get.
And then you say something completely random just to fill the void. Something like, "So, nice weather, right?"
Even when it's raining outside.
Especially when it's raining outside.
Today, we're fixing that. We're talking about how to sound natural in English, even when you have absolutely no idea what to say next.
And trust me, native speakers do this all the time. It's not about being perfect. It's about having the right tools in your pocket when you need them.
4 techniques, 8 minutes. Let's go!
So, Tom, you mentioned native speakers do this too. What do they actually do when they're stuck?
Great question. The first thing they do, and this is huge, they buy time gracefully. They don't freeze. They don't go silent. They say things like, "That's a really interesting point," or "Let me think about that for a second."
Right, and it sounds completely natural. Nobody thinks you're struggling. They just think you're being thoughtful and considered.
Exactly. So technique 1, buying time without sounding lost. Here are your go-to phrases.
That's a good question. Simple, effective, buys you 3 seconds minimum.
You know what? I haven't really thought about it that way before.
Give me just a moment to think. Honest and confident at the same time.
And my personal favorite. That's funny you should ask that because...
Oh, that one is brilliant. It makes it sound like you have a story coming, even if you're still figuring out what that story is.
Right. You're buying yourself 3 to 5 seconds while sounding completely engaged and interested.
And here's what makes these phrases powerful. They signal that you're taking the conversation seriously. People actually respect that.
Totally. Compare this. Someone who immediately blurts out a random answer versus someone who says, "That's a really good question. Let me think." Who sounds more credible?
The second person, every single time.
The key is, these phrases have to feel natural, not robotic. So practice them out loud until they roll off your tongue automatically.
Which brings us to technique 2, echoing and reflecting. This one is a game changer, Tom.
Okay, break this down for us.
So someone says something to you, and instead of scrambling to respond, you echo part of what they just said back to them. Like this. If someone says, "I just got back from a work trip to Dubai," you say, "Dubai, how was that?"
Oh, that's so clever. You're literally using their own words to build your response.
And it works for 2 reasons. 1, it shows you are actually listening. 2, it gives you a few extra seconds to think of something genuine to add.
And the other person feels heard, which is honestly what most people want in any conversation.
Exactly. So the formula is, repeat one key word or phrase, add a short reaction, then ask a follow-up question.
Let's try a few examples. Someone says, "I've been learning Spanish for 6 months." You say, "6 months? That's impressive. How are you finding it?"
Or someone says, "I work in the tech industry." You say, "Oh, tech, what area specifically?"
See how natural that feels? You're not performing. You're just responding to what's right in front of you.
And the beautiful thing is, you can do this in any conversation. At work, at a networking event, on a first date. It works everywhere.
On a first date especially. Trust us on that one.
Moving on, technique 3, and this one is my personal favorite, the honest pivot.
Tell me more about this one.
Sometimes, the most natural thing you can do is just be honest. Say something like, "I actually don't know much about that. What's your take?" Or, "I'm not sure I have a strong opinion on this one. What do you think?"
And here's the thing. People love that. It's not weak. It's not awkward. It's genuine. It opens the door for the other person to share more, and suddenly, They're doing the talking.
And you look confident and self-aware, which is far more impressive than someone who pretends to know everything.
We all know someone who does that. Talks and talks, but never actually says anything real.
We definitely do. So instead of faking it, flip the question. Redirect the energy. Say, I'd actually love to hear what you think about this.
And just like that, you go from feeling stuck to actively steering the conversation forward. That's a skill, not a weakness.
Exactly. Own the pivot. It works every time.
Okay, technique 4. This is for when the conversation hits a wall, like a full-on awkward silence that nobody knows how to break.
What do we do in that moment?
You reframe and redirect. Instead of panicking, you treat the silence as a natural pause and move forward with intention. Say something like, "So actually, that reminds me of something." Or, "Oh, before I forget, I wanted to ask you about..."
It's a smooth pivot that feels completely organic, not forced, not desperate.
And the real trick, is your tone. Keep it relaxed and easy. If you sound panicked, they'll feel the awkwardness. If you sound casual, they'll just follow your lead.
Tone does so much of the heavy lifting in English. The words matter, but how you say them matters even more.
So to recap, 4 techniques. Buy time gracefully. Echo and reflect. The honest pivot. And reframe and redirect.
Keep those in your pocket, and no conversation will ever leave you stranded again.
All right, word tour time. 5B 2-level words from today's episode.
First word, gracefully. Gracefully. To do something gracefully means to do it smoothly without awkwardness or effort.
She handled that difficult question very gracefully. Or, he stepped down from his position gracefully without any drama.
Next, pivot. Pivot. To pivot means to change direction quickly and smoothly without losing your footing.
When the topic got uncomfortable, he pivoted to something lighter. Or, the company had to pivot its entire strategy after the market changed.
Third word, genuine. Genuine. Something genuine is real, honest, and not performed or forced.
Her curiosity about his work was completely genuine. Or, people can always tell the difference between genuine interest and polite pretending.
Fourth, intentionally. Intentionally. To do something intentionally means to do it on purpose, with a clear goal in mind.
She intentionally paused before answering to gather her thoughts. Or, he intentionally kept his tone light to avoid any tension.
And our final word, redirect. Redirect. To redirect means to guide something, a conversation, attention, energy, in a new direction.
He smoothly redirected the conversation toward a topic he knew well. Or, when things got heated, she redirected everyone's focus back to the main point.
5 powerful words. Start using even one of them this week, and you'll immediately sound more polished and natural.
Okay, listener challenge. Here it is. Today, in your very next English conversation, use at least one of these 4 techniques. Buy time gracefully. Echo and reflect. Do an honest pivot. Or redirect intentionally.
Just one? That's the whole challenge. Pick the one that feels most natural to you right now and try it.
Screenshot this moment, write it in your notes, whatever works for you, and then actually go do it. Real practice, real conversations. That's where the growth happens.
And if you want to go further, try using 2 techniques in the same conversation. Notice how much more in control you feel.
So here's your reflection question. Think about a conversation recently where you felt stuck or lost for words. Which of these 4 techniques would have helped you most in that moment? Just sit with that for a moment.
Because that honest reflection, that's where real growth lives.
If today's episode helped you, hit subscribe. New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I'm Tom.
I'm Olivia. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you next time.